Hi, I'm Michael Nyman, and I am at the moment. I would say that I was always curious as a teenager, and I was fascinated with media. And when I was going off to college from high school, I thought that I could write, and I was good at storytelling, and I learned a little bit about the advertising industry. And everyone has their, they have their images in their head for things like, John Hamm and Mad Men. And so, like others, I had a pretty good picture about advertising in my head. But one thing that I was interested in was, when I heard about it, was public relations. And going into college, just for a moment, I thought maybe I would be in broadcast. I kind of liked the idea of sitting in a chair and interviewing authorities or experts, and or going out and exploring the world through, through the prism of experts. So I was, very naturally curious. But the idea of public relations really kind of got, piqued my interest, because I don't know how or why, but I felt at the time advertising was around for a while, and I had heard about it, and it was a big industry. But the idea of public relations to me was something that felt like, and even though it's a very old profession, certainly in the later 80s, it seemed like, or I should say mid to 80s, it just seemed like a cool industry where maybe I could make my mark. Within 4 years, I left that PR firm, and I joined a guy named Howard Bragman, and we started to build out Bragman Nyman Caffarelli. We recruited Brad Caffarelli, who had an entertainment talent background, and my vision was to build a communications company that was going to be able to bridge the world of brands and entertainment. I thought that the holding companies were getting long in the tooth, so to speak. And once you build out big institutions, it's hard to be nimble and quick. So I thought, what if I could create a new version of a holding company and make it a doing company? My day is probably divided into thirds. And I spend a third of my time thinking about not just this moment, but where do we want to take ACC? And so that involves me doing a lot of reading and studying and taking a lot of meetings with thought leaders and people maybe that are not within my purview, maybe people that are futurists or people that come from a whole different line of work. So I consider myself a lifelong student. And what I'm really trying to do is I'm trying to build out a company that is unique and special, but I'm trying to do it in a way that's highly modular or adaptive, because the rate of change is just so quick. So a third of my time is focused on that. I say a third of my time is focused on our own product, meaning the agencies that we have, whether it's experiential or communications or influencer or data and analytics. And my middle third, and the other third is really about what I can do to get out to tell the story of ACC, promote the brand, promote the values, the pursuit. What are we trying to achieve here? Trying to meet new and interesting prospects who can be clients. Really evangelizing all things ACC. So that's how I spend my time. I would be a fool to answer it any other way than I would be taking my wife, my son, and my daughter. By the way, and if I didn't, then I would probably be killed, if not by a zombie, by my wife, my son, or my daughter.